Sistas, we can.
Sanbanan Dumelang Absheni Dimachero Nabote. Hello and welcome to Sistas Weekend, the show that is for sisters by sisters. Kalbizo kinapulengwa hasikabati kinakwena sinyela kameting kislolo sabata mupo mkhanya mele. But you know, we do not do things alone, my sisters. We always make sure we have strong pillars around us. Miss Kat.
Hello, baby. It's happening. Yo, right.
All the time.
Like,
I
I
just
keep like
wonder, how do you do it?
Right.
Mm.
I care about you don't have to look like a problem soon.
Hallelujah.
I don't have to get my money, get sorry, Becky. I'm at
Wait,
no. I get less to get as Beyonce. What I'm trying. I get it's all like everything.
I know. We keep. I could wait to get the other sisters and we have another guest presenter, my love. How are you?
Someone and get Piranjan.
Yeah, I'm so calm, so commanding. Or you will listen to me. All right, Umar.
Yeah, Pilas.
No, that is beautiful. I mean, I'm right. Right? So long as I didn't right, you're right.
Sanbanani kamalam no kosora kumalum zilegas gamashobane.
Oh,
Zilegas gamashoa. Yes. Wait.
No, I love it. I love it. And I love it when women know themselves, when women are sure about and confident about who they are and who they are in the world.
Yes.
The place that they secure. You know, like Zosie Bini said, who to cement yourself.
Yes.
And stick by that. You know, I love it. So another woman who I feel is also on that. Because she has definitely cemented herself and she continues to just spread, her wings. My love, how are you?
I'm good at you.
I'm good, thanks. Oh, did you hear that?
I'm good at you. Oh my God.
Very calm, but yet still commanding.
Yes.
Please just take the time to introduce yourself to our viewers and tell us who you are. We are
Right, my name is Vivian Mokome. I'm a CEO of Dignity Organic, a biodegradable sanitary napkin. I'm from the west of Johannesburg and born and bred in Limpopo. Yeah, graduated in one of the top universities in Africa.
Wow.
That's who Vivian is.
Wow.
Yes.
V. Can I call you Sis V?
I feel old, but it's okay. Everybody calls me that, but it's okay.
What is it? So I'm on point.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
But just take us through who is Osvi. We hear you hold a very high position. But I'd just like to know, take us through your childhood. Take us through your childhood. Just take us through that.
All right. Vivian is a mother, a married woman, a daughter, an African child. My story is that of an African child. I normally call myself the Tintswalo, of this generation, born and bred in Limpopo. And as I've said, graduated in one of the top universities in South Africa. Vivian is an academic. I believe in the importance of education because I'm a Black woman and I know what education can do to a Black woman, especially in our society. So I'm an advocate of that. What else? Used to be in corporate for 10 years.
When did you move to?
Getting there.
Okay.
And that's a funny one. I was in corporate for 10 years in one of the biggest banks in South Africa. My profession or my career is that of in computer science. Yeah, so so yeah, I can build and break system at any given point. Most of my projects, they've won global awards. Then I resigned in 2018 to pursue my journey in entrepreneurship. My journey is a funny one. From IT, to selling pads.
Wow. The transition.
Yeah, the transition. I like talking about that because that's what makes Vivian and also to inspire the next person, because most of the time when Black women, they talk about businesses, we like talking about things that are far-fetched. We'll talk about properties, farming. Yes, I am into those things. but those are not going to inspire the next Black person.
Yes.
You know, it's not everyone that enters into that industry. You need lots of money. But I like talking about simple things that made me, that is selling a pad. You know, so resigning, it wasn't easy. I knew the rejection that I was about to face. But I had a vision, and my vision was my vision was bigger than what I've imagined, you know, and the vision being leaving a legacy for my children and for the next generation to come. Look, I did build the systems, and what's next? That was a question that I had after 10 years, that you've done all of this thing, all of this achievement, then what? Is this what I was really born for? Just to build the system and retire? Surely there was more to Vivian, and I needed something that I can leave behind. And designing and manufacturing my own sanitary napkin, that is something that I can leave for my children and the next generation to come. I want to be remembered in history that in 2024 and beyond, there were women that thought about us. And by us, I mean a girl child. So I wanted those girls to say, in 2018 and beyond, there was a woman that thought of us. And there was a woman who said to us graduates, with your graduation, sell.
Wow.
Sell something.
Sell.
Sell.
And how often we're scared of that sell? How often we are scared of that because we always think, what if it fails? I think that's the problem. We always think of the negative. We never think, what if you succeed? But we'll go deeper into the business, especially the entrepreneur that is ours, Vivian. More after the break.
Sisters, we can.
Welcome back to Sisters We Can. Renale, aus Vivian mo studio sa rona, telling us about the pets at simulating from zero. No, yana ke so o se fika ko 100. Yeah, she is a hero in this.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask aus Vivian, how did you start this business? Like, no duty fella, what came to your mind? I want to do this. Ke batla kena into the business ya di pets.
I was introduced to, there was a company that I was introduced to that was selling these pets, you know, and then I fell in love with the pets. And for obvious reason, I'm a mother and I'm a woman. And having had been moved from one pet to the next, and also being an analyst, my mind is always tuned to think futuristic. So when I saw the pets, I just fell in love with it. Although the pets was not designed for an African woman, the pets that I was selling then, it was designed for Asian women, you know, and I started traveling across the globe. I've been to developed and underdeveloped countries. And you know what was fun is that in most of the developed country, this kind of pets is what they were already using and used to. But in Africa, we were still using what I call the inferior products. And that was a concern to me. Or why in Africa are we still doing this to our women? Could it be because we don't value our women?
So how did you do your research on the needs of a woman when it comes to sanitary pads?
It was simple. I'm a woman. And when I was introduced to that product, I fell in love with it. And I'm a researcher, I'm a scholar. Then I started making research about what is happening, why the rise of cervical cancer all of a sudden, you know. And I mean, like I said, I'm a product of education. And if you are reading and you do your own research, you'll find out that a girl child will miss 3 months of their schooling because they don't have a pet.
So
and I'm talking about South Africa, which is perceived to be the America of Africa. Then now think about other African countries, what is happening. You know, then what happens to the future of a girl child if they're missing their schooling because of something that happens to them natural, like a menstruation, And also in South Africa, we've got 12.5 million menstruators. 12.5. Do your mathematics. Who dominate that market space? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this, But white capital monopoly, Africans are not there. And we are the majority. We are the ones that are buying these pets, but we are not dominating that space. something then is not right. Something had to give. You understand? And out of that 12.5 million menstruators, 7 million of those women cannot afford access to good quality pads.
7
Million.
7 million. That leaves only 5.
Listen, this is a
5
pandemic.
million are able to afford, and that is the minority can afford. The 7 million cannot afford. 7
Even
million
those
pads.
that are working cannot afford because of the income bracket of women. I mean, we are like, we are being abused in all angles, especially a black woman, and being a black woman, it's really something, it's not nice.
Yes.
You understand? And that was a worrying factor for Vivian. And I'm like, no, man, something has to be done. So the pads that I was selling was a good pad designed for an Asian woman. Then I had to sit down and design a pad. Before designing a pad, I started giving these pads for free.
So with the sales that you've made, or rather people who have gotten hold of your pads, how's the feedback?
The feedback has been great. Once you use organic pads, I call it the Louis Vuitton of pads.
Definitely.
So once you use organic, you'll never want to go back. So I started giving these pads for free for 20 years using my own money, my own funds, because of the passion that I had for an African girl child. I didn't see any reason.
Are these
No, not my
or
pads.
the ones that you
From
were
the
selling,
company.
the Asian one?
Oh,
From the one. So I would buy those pads with my own money and I would donate
Wow.
those pads for free from 2018 until 2023. And I'll do activations to different schools.
And this is you resigning.
After I've resigned,
You
and
resigned to sell for
to
someone
sell, and then I
else.
made my first million through
Oh.
selling.
Wow.
Made my first million. Yeah, I made my first million through
Like-
selling. Through selling.
I love the fact that you said, no, the first, let's say, the first, let's just listen, attentive listening, the first million.
No. After that, there were millions that
They were just
came
flowing.
from selling.
Wow.
It made sense to make millions through a pet, from a pet through selling. I mean, every 3 minutes a girl child is born.
Yes.
And as long as a girl child is born, there will always be a need for a sanitary napkin,
Okay, Vivian, I just want to ask you something because the company that you're talking about, I know.
I was there. I was the number one.
Yes, I
was
know the
number one.
company that you're talking
Yes.
about. So, got that company, I just want to know if when are you doing the same thing or maybe when our
No.
structure somehow is different because
It's different.
I just want to understand that because I know when this is your company,
Yeah.
this is your pet, and then here I am. I know what Nalina was part of.
Oh, you are part of that.
I was.
Then you need to be part of it.
Yes, I want to know what do you recruit people to buy like depetitive from you and then they go sell it for themselves? Do they get incentives? I just want to know, are you doing the business similar to that business mentioning, or when how it is different and how is it different or the business part?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm a typical entrepreneur. So an entrepreneur will always look for a problem, identify a problem and come up with a solution and solve it. That's who I am. Now, the company did well. It has groomed me to be the person that I am.
Wow.
All my millions, they came from that company. But there were pitfalls from the company.
Yes.
Now, obviously, if I were to have my own, it can't be exactly the same. It has to be better. Because if it's the same, then I'm wasting time. Why should I do it? Now, I saw the pitfalls and I never had control in that company because it wasn't mine. So with Dignity is mine, I have control. It's a pad that is designed by a woman for African women. So even the system will be for our own people. To change the lives of our people. Because I saw that network-based entrepreneurship, especially most companies in Europe and Asia, they use network-based entrepreneurship because it's a cheaper way of moving the product from the manufacturer to the end user. All right. Then I use that. Why must I not use it? If Asians and Europeans, they come here and exploit us Africans, then I took advantage that I already have numbers. I mean, in that company, I've built a network of over 500,000.
Let's just hold it there. Ke batla ha ba tshwara dipene le
Re bua
dibuka tsa bone
di-million.
ba re o bua di-details tse right gore re tsena yang. Re tlo etsa after the break. After the break, mbui.
Sisters, we can.
Welcome back. I am Unopkosi Wagakumalo. We are still with Sis Vivian right here from Dignity. Sis Vivian, you were still telling us about the direct sales. Can you
Yeah.
please broaden the whole idea of your sales approach so that we can understand better?
The reason why I used direct sales approach is because it's a cheaper model.
Okay. Explain cheaper.
It's cheaper instead of spending money on billboards
Okay.
or paying advertising agency. It's better to use people, and besides, it's the most effective business model. Why am I saying that? Word of mouth is more powerful than just using a billboard. You understand? So, I mean, if you have used the product, it works for you. You are able to go to the next person and refer and say, Cozy, there is that product. Have you seen it? So that's why I use that. It's effective and it's a cheaper way of moving a product, especially a product that is not known. I mean, Dignity was not known. It was a new product completely in the market, even though there were people that have used a similar product before, but Dignity on its own was new in the market. Now, I already had a network. I might not have the shelf, but I had a network.
Wow.
Then why not use my network?
How is that working for you so far?
Look,
is it consistent or is climbing higher and going down?
it is. You have to make it consistent. This is my product. I have to make it work.
Yeah.
I mean,
you work twice as hard. Better work.
If I've hawked someone else's product, what makes you think I won't hawk mine?
That's true.
Like, as being honest.
And then on yours, you're gonna put
Makes
more
sense.
effort.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Mamela, I don't sleep. I take a nap.
But with that, isn't there maybe a price difference where people will be more comfortable with the previous product compared to yours?
You make research. So I did research. And besides, Dignity is more than just a product, it's a lifestyle. And remember, I had a vision. The mission was to eradicate period poverty and to ensure that every African woman, they have access to good quality pets at an affordable price. Now, you cannot bring good quality product and still make it expensive. Then it defeats the whole purpose of what I wanted to do. So what I wanted, because with the previous company, I saw we all fell in love with the product. It worked for us, but it was expensive. It wasn't for everyone. So when I brought my own product now, it was the aim of Dignity Simple is for this product to be in every home.
Wow.
And for every girl child must use it. We need to get rid of all these products that are harmful to our people. Our people deserve better. Then I had to make it affordable. So I must say it is affordable. And also, the whole point of direct sale is to create job opportunities.
Now, when we're talking about business, I want to touch, because I want us to talk more about what sets Dignity apart, Dignity Pets apart. But before that, because I know there are health benefits in terms of the quality. It's not just the quality. So, it's stronger, it lasts longer, but then there are health benefits on the quality, which I would like us to get into that. But before we get into that, you're competing with giants in this industry. You're competing with giants, and you're becoming one yourself, if not already. You know, not to
No, she's already.
You are definitely are a giant yourself. But at that moment where you knew you are still in the infant stages of Dignity. Dignity Pets, how has it been? What were the challenges that you went to or that you went through and experienced, and how did you overcome those? Because I think that's one of the things that it's most of us, the business, you have a product, you have an idea, you have the vision, but you're looking at all these other companies who are huge. And they're making the money there, like you were saying, they have the money for the advertising and all of that. And you're like, marketing. But then what other challenges that you faced as starting up Dignity?
I like that question, and thanks for bringing that up. I knew that I would be up against the giant. The giants in the market, those who've already done it and they're doing well. They've spent a lot of money in terms of advertising. I mean, if you talk about other sanitary napkin, a normal traditional one, but since by Bita got the same name because they've done well in terms of their marketing. So I knew that I was up against that. But like I said, I knew I have a network. You know, I might not have a shelf, and that's what I used to say. And the streets are not monopolized.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Yeah, the streets are not monopolized. So I first approached top retails. Yes, I was rejected because the product was new. And I said to them, look, I have a network. I have my own people that already know about me, that I know that they will support me. And those people are women. I like the likes of you. And the streets are not monopolized. I'll go to the streets and sell my pad.
Wow.
I did that. Yes, it was challenging in the beginning. But because it's my product, it's my baby. And I knew this is the best product that every woman, I believed in it. A day doesn't go by without Vivian talking about this pad.
So, Vivian, like, do you only sell, is it only dignity pads or honalidi, maybe the panty liner, honali something?
They are liners.
Yes.
We recently introduced the new range, the liners.
Okay.
Let's honor they are organic and biodegradable. And then the next phase will be the wipes.
Oh, wow.
The goal here is to take over this this industry nje, ailing about the dignity of a person. That's where I want to go. But I can't just go big bang. It's all about phase approach, introducing a product. And once the product is doing well, you move to the next product, which is what we have done. We are now on the liners. Then after the liners, kitty wipes. I want to take over the entire gynecological products of a woman.
So with that, are you planning to approach the shelves?
They've already approached me now. I gotta, now they approach.
She approached the rejected. Now they approaching her.
Yeah, because the noise was too much. Was too much to be ignored. And the story behind Vivian as well was powerful. I have a story to tell, and especially the story of how Dignity started. I remember I adopted 5 schools. I like giving this example. I'm going to talk about it. Sir Alex High. I'm not from Alexander, but I decided to use the townships, the well-known township, because the mistake that people are making is that Kodi townshipping people are well off. They don't need pets, which is a lie. Because I know many people used to say to me, let's go to the rural area. Let's go to the township because that's where they need this thing. The struggle is. Then I went to Alexander and our activations were different, completely different from ordinary activation. It wasn't a situation of Rofa pets, Redibia mode. We'll spend a lot of money on those activations. And I remember when we went to Alex, I said to my team, we're going to land in a private chopper. In Alex. In a private chopper.
And you did?
Yeah. Can anything good come out of Alex? That was the question that I asked. We went there. The parents were not happy. They were not pleased. But anyway, the message was received by right people. The kids. Which was important. The parents were not happy because they were like, why is she coming here to lend a chopper, to show off? She could have used the money at chopper or the petrol, the money for the fuel to buy food. But no. Now I was targeting a girl child and those kids. Those kids were inspired because I remember one of them said to me, the only time we see a chopper in Alex is when they're looking for a criminal. Today, a woman came in Alexander and gave us something that we need the most, which is a pad. And they said to me, you made us to dream again. And I asked them the question, can anything good come out of Alex? And those girls said yes. It was 2023. The matric result of Alex, it was 2022. The matric result of Alex in 2023 just went up. Those kids, as I'm talking to you now, most of them are in UCT, Vets University, UJ. Mission was accomplished. That's what I wanted to achieve.
Vivian, you definitely have a story to tell. You're an inspiration. You are a force to be reckoned with. Unfortunately, Nako, we need to get you back. Mara, got 2 seconds. Please tell us where people can get hold of you quick so that we can wrap up the show.
I am on most social media platforms. I am on Facebook, but they must look for the verified one because there are many people that are using my pictures for wrong reasons. I am on Facebook as Vivian Mokome. I am also on Instagram as Vivian Mokome, I think, official. I'm also on TikTok as well as as Vivian Mokome. And am I allowed to give my numbers?
Yes.
Okay.
My cell phone number, but only work-related, guys. I'm married and I'm very busy. 072 273 9492. They can also visit our website, the Dignity website. Let me check it here. The Dignity website, which is where is it now? www.dignityorganicsanitaries.com. That's our website. They can go there and make research about us and check
So
other directors and what we are all about.
Yeah.
Support us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being part of our show and actually motivating us and inspiring us. Thank you so much, and thank you for being part of the show. You and your dreams are valid. And just like that, we wrap up the show. Sisters,
We can.